it happened for a reason. It had a purpose. I was thinking about that today, as I was reflecting on these last few days of the 21 day challenge. It's a go live challenge, I guess you can call it. I ain't never give it a name, y'all, but I have been going live since December 10th, and the goal was to go live every day for 21 days. And I have only missed 2 days, and those were both due to me spending time with my family. So I don't regret it, and I'm not taking it back. But I have still been consistent, even today, going live before midnight. So, and I've been doing it because God told me to. I didn't really know what purpose is going to serve beyond just being committed to something and sticking to it, which I know that commitment is a really important thing for me to really understand because of what it is that I want to do in the future. So I was sitting here talking to a friend about the challenge and how I felt about it, how it's been going. And I was telling her, I was like, it's been good that I've done the challenge. Like, it feels good that I've committed to something and I've done it. But honestly, like, I guess I was expecting something more dramatic to come from it. Like, it hasn't been anything grand, at least to me. You know, there's been small things, I think, like small things that I've been realizing, and at least they feel small. So let me just make sure I'm clarifying that. But things that I've been perceiving as small things that have been coming as like revelations throughout these last few weeks. And I was like, it doesn't feel like anything grand. And so it reminds me of that scene on The Incredibles when Mr. Incredible, he had the car. Wait, no. What happened on the scene? Yeah, Mr. Incredible, like outside or something. I forgot what was going on this scene. But that little kid on the bike, that was their neighbor. He was like sitting outside their house, and he was like, well, what are you doing? And the kid was like, no, he's like, what are you waiting for? And he's like, I don't know, something amazing, I guess. Like, he was like trying to wait for something cool to happen. And that's how I felt. Like, what are you expecting to happen in this next 21 days? And I was going to be like, I don't know, something amazing, I guess. Like, I don't know, something incredible. And that's how it was making me feel. And it reminded me of this whole year, and how it feels throughout the year, and how we look at all the things that like we wanted to happen that maybe didn't happen, or we look at the way that things unfolded and maybe it felt like lackluster, like, wow, like that did not do half of what I thought it was going to do. Like, it wasn't hitting like I thought it was going to, right? And she reminded me that the consistency was the goal, was the reward. And so even being consistent in something, being committed to something, is a reward in and of itself, because I have been able to show to me that I can commit to the things that I say that I'm going to do. And that is a really big deal. Like, it's like gifting yourself like that trust again, and that belief in yourself, and going into this new year knowing that I can commit and accomplish what I said that I'm going to do, because the only thing that separates us from the people who are in these high places is that they were consistent. They committed to something and they got it done. They saw it through. And so that in and of itself gives me a lot of hope, because I know that this is a skill that I am going to need for the rest of my life. But I still can't shake this feeling like me doing this right now is going to lead to something so much greater than what I could even imagine. Like, and it really is like gonna be one of those things where like it leads to something so magnificent and so great, because I stayed committed and I just believe that that's gonna happen. And I don't know if it's going to happen within this 21 days. I don't know if it's going to happen by January 31st. I mean, by December 31st. That'd be fire if it did though, because I would love to be able to go live on the last day and tell you what happened, like what popped off on this last day. But I believe that there's a great reward for my consistency, that will be in addition to me being able to say that I stayed committed to something. So, and that's where the expectation comes from, and that's where where the topic today is coming from. And so, I want you to take this as a call to you, because this is day 2021. Yes, because today's the 29th, so it's day 19. So I want you to take this as I want you to think about what you're going to commit yourself to. And what are you going to commit to when it comes to your I'm going to stick to branding right now, to business, to being creative, being visible. But what are you going to commit yourself to for 21 days? And not necessarily the next 21 days, but I do want to come back and do another challenge like this. And I want you to join me and do the challenge with me. And so we're going to have another 21 days of something. I don't know what it's going to look like just yet, but I want you to be thinking about what it might be for you. And how you are going to show up and commit and be visible and develop something for yourself that is going to really take your brand and your business, your creativity to a new level. So I want you to think about what that's going to be for you. And we're going to come back around in January. I believe it's going to be January, but we'll see what day. I'll see what God tells me for the day. But I want you to be thinking about what that's going to be. And you know what? We may even start January 19th. January 19th feels like the day for some reason. It feels like a very random day, but we're gonna say January 19th. We'll come back around and we're gonna see what the challenge is gonna be for us. And I want everyone to be able to give themselves this gift of consistency and commitment, but also because I believe that there is something that God really wants us to have, and it's going to be attached to our commitment. And not being perfect, not having to, maybe even if you see me, like, not even if I've missed a day, I still came back and I didn't give up. And so even with all of that, God still honors that. So I want you to just think about even what it could be, like dream about what that could be. And the last thing that I wanted to say to you is that I do want to do like a day where we do like a content creation, not a content creation, like a content planning, a content planning day. Like really dreaming about that, because I was thinking about that even with the collaborations, and I'm still playing around with what that'll look like. But I have loved the idea of us coming together and like learning what it looks like to plan out our content, to plan out the things that we're going to do for our brand and for our businesses, and seeing like how that flows with what we are trying to accomplish, what we want to achieve. And so I think that would be fun to do together. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And that's it for tonight, y'all. I thought I was going to be like only 5 minutes, but as usual, I had talked longer than that. But I just want to thank you again for listening, for watching, for rocking with me, supporting me. We are at 400 subscribers now, which is still like, I'm happy with that. And we are 600 away from hitting that 1,000. My watch time is much smaller than that. I have, what am I at right now for watch time? I'm at 239 for watch time, and I need 4,000 hours of watch time. So we still got some work to do on that front. But even with that, I'm not stressing it. It'll come with the consistency. See what I did there? But yes, I love y'all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. We'll see what comes to my heart and in my mind. Till then.